You clicked on this video for a reason, which means that you have big ambitions. Grab a pen and paper and watch till the end, because in this video, I'll be talking about why traditional goal setting isn't working anymore, my 3-step method for you to create a future you profile instead, and actionable steps that will help you create your dream life in 2025 and beyond. And whilst I share all of this amazing information with you, I will be also sharing a day in my life so we can get to know each other a little bit more, maybe have a cup of coffee, and I can prove that this method actually works. Hi, I'm Abs. I'm an online fitness coach and nutritionist, and also a digital nomad, so you'll often find me traveling the world and working remotely whilst sharing all of my knowledge. If you love health and wellness and self-improvement, but also love a bit of travel and adventure, then I would love to be friends. Hit that subscribe button now and comment with any questions you have. I also have a completely free workbook that you can download below that you can complete whilst you watch this video or afterwards. It's full of prompts and questions for each step, and once you do that, you will have an actionable plan of how you're going to build your dream life. All right, let's dive in.
Whoa. Whoa.
I literally just almost had a heart attack slipping over on the bathroom wet floor, but I'm okay. Let's get ready for the day. If you were to look into a crystal ball and see yourself a year from now, what would you want to see? So I actually stopped goal setting a long time ago, and as soon as I did, I bought my first home all by myself at 31. I found my dream partner, I moved overseas and started my own business, and I have pretty much built my dream life. Now, it's still a work in progress, don't get me wrong, but that's the whole point. You're meant to keep growing and to keep progressing. I know it sounds crazy because we've been told our entire life that goal setting and setting smart goals is the key to your success. And while this is great in theory, it doesn't always work. Goals are often focused on a single outcome, like losing 5 kilos or saving $5,000. But once you hit that target, then what? If it doesn't inspire you to keep going, then you're not going to progress any further. And if your goals heavily rely on external motivation, it can fade over time. And that's why so many New Year's resolutions don't make it past February. Smart goals only focus on what you want to achieve, but not who you need to become in order to get there. And the process is 1,000,000 times more important than the end result. So instead of chasing rigid goals, we need something a little deeper, something that inspires long-term growth and transformation. And that's where my 3-step method comes in. But before I share my secret method, let's go grab a coffee. I think I might have overdone my makeup. Filming and doing makeup at the same time, I have not yet nailed that one. So it's coffee time, which is like literally my favorite part of the day. This is probably already my 3rd coffee. We are staying at the most beautiful place right now. This is called the Indian Summer House. And we're staying here for like Christmas and the holiday break. And it actually is also a resort. So there's guests staying here as well, which is really lovely. We spent Christmas with them yesterday and had like a beautiful Christmas lunch. Anyway, we're gonna go make a coffee and sit down and have a bit of a chat about my 3-step method. Introducing my 3-step method. Okay, so this method is not about checking boxes. It's about creating a vision of who you want to become and aligning your daily actions with that vision. And here's how it works. Step 1, we audit your life. So we take a deep dive into where you're thriving and where you're feeling stuck. Step 2, we build your future you profile. So we create a detailed version of the person that you want to become. And step 3 is actionable steps to bridge the gap. So we identify small, consistent habits that you can do daily to align yourself with your vision every single day. This is why it works, because it's vision based. So you're not just chasing goals, you're actually building a lifestyle and an identity that excites you. This method has completely changed the way that I approach my personal development and growth, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Don't forget to download the free document with all the prompts that you need below so you can follow along whilst you watch this video. Time to audit your life. So the first step at creating your future you profile is to have a good understanding of where you currently are at right now. So this isn't about beating yourself up for where you might be falling short or where you're struggling. It's about taking an honest and empowering look at every area of your life. Think of it as like your personal GPS. You can't map out the route to your dream life unless you know your starting point. A life audit is a deep dive into all of the key areas that make up your life. So your health and fitness, your mindset, your relationships, your career, and even the fun stuff like lifestyle and habits. About getting real with yourself so you can figure out what's working, what's not, and what needs to change in order for you to step up into that next level version of yourself. So your actionable step, firstly, is to break your life into categories. Here are the key areas that I like to use to audit my life. So health and fitness, mindset and emotional well-being, relationships, career and finances, personal growth and learning, fun and adventure, environment and lifestyle. You can cater these completely to yourself. You don't have to use these specifically, but they could be a really good starting point. So for every category, I want you to use these reflective prompts to dig a little deeper, and you can find these on your worksheet as well. The first one is to rate yourself. So rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. How satisfied are you with this area right now? Example for health and fitness, maybe you're at a 5 out of 10 because you've been inconsistent with your workouts or you have low energy. Number 2 is identify what is working. So what are you good at? What are you thriving at? What's going well in this area? And what are you really proud of? For example, for relationships, maybe you are a really good listener and you are someone who is always there for your friends. Making sure that you are acknowledging what you are good at and what your strong points are for this area as well. But then of course we need to acknowledge what's not working. So what's not working or what's causing dissatisfaction in this area as well. For example, in your career, maybe you feel stuck in a job that doesn't excite you. Then the last thing, I want you to imagine your 10 out of 10. What would a 10 out of 10 look like in this area? How would you feel, act, and show up differently? What I want you to do right now is head on over to your workbook and map out your own categories. Answer all of these 4 prompts for each category. In your workbook as well, you will find under every category a bunch of questions that will help you dive a little deeper into each category as well. So let's do an example audit for your health and fitness, answering these 4 questions. So I want you to rate your health and fitness out of 10. So maybe you give yourself a 5 because you haven't been that consistent with your exercise and gym routine lately and you're not feeling as energized as you hoped you would. Secondly, ask yourself what is working. Maybe you really enjoy healthy eating and you're a gun at meal prep. Knowing that that does work for you, make sure you write that down so that we can keep that going. Then be honest with yourself and ask you what's not working. Maybe you're skipping workouts because you don't have a plan and your sleep is inconsistent, which will really just show you that maybe you need to allocate some time to getting a plan that works for you and prioritizing an evening routine so that you can get good sleep. And lastly, describe what a 10 out of 10 would look like. You'd feel energized, you'd work out 5 times a week and get 7 to 8 hours quality of sleep. Great, you now have an idea of what you need to do, and we're going to make a plan of how you can do it in step 3. Before we get to step 3, don't forget step 2, one of the most important steps, and I'm going to run you through exactly what that is after a little lunch break. The food here is so good. So I wonder what we've got today.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Yeah.
What do we got?
We got masala dosha, traditional Indian kera or South Indian.
Yum. So a life audit is all about honesty and self-awareness. It's not about judgment. By understanding where you are now, you can start to build a roadmap to where you want to go. By doing a life audit a couple of years ago, this is what actually made me realize that there were a couple of areas of my life that I wasn't fully feeling fulfilled. Like, I had an amazing job and I owned a personal training studio in Melbourne, but I honestly always had this huge desire to want to work overseas and travel and work remotely. So by doing a life audit, I was able to get really honest with myself and ask myself what areas of my life did I actually feel like I was living up to my full potential, and then from there I could make actionable steps daily to get to where I wanted to go. And now I'm literally traveling the world, working wherever I want to, and I get to work with the most amazing clients online. Currently in India, working remotely, and it is honestly a dream come true. And I honestly sometimes can't believe that I was able to make it happen, but it was because I was able to build a vision. But in order to do that, I had to map out my future you. Which brings me to step number 2. Now that you've done the work to audit your life and identify where you are, it's time to shift your focus to where you want to go, and more importantly, who you want to become. This is where the real magic happens. Your future you profile is more than just a vision. It's a detailed blueprint for the life you want to create. It's about stepping into the identity of the person you aspire to be so that your daily actions naturally align with your goals. The clearer you get on your vision, the easier it becomes to make decisions, build habits, and stay motivated. So your actionable step number 1 is describe your future you in detail. Start with the big questions. What kind of person are you? How do you think, act, and feel? What values and priorities guide your decisions? Then I want you to envision your ideal day. What does future you's morning routine look like? How do you show up at work, in your relationships, and for yourself? What do you even do for work? What is your energy like throughout the day? How do you unwind in the evening? Then think about habits and routines. What habits and routines does future you stick to effortlessly? For example, future you might wake up at 6 a.m. feeling energized and excited for the day. You might start with a quick workout, enjoy a nourishing breakfast, and then dive into work with focus and purpose. In the evening, you might unwind with a journal or a walk, feeling calm and accomplished. It's time to get so clear on what you want your life to look like, how you want to feel, and how you want to show up, and honestly, get as detailed as possible and write it all down. One way that you can do this as well is by creating a vision board. Now, you can do this by hand, by grabbing a piece of paper, printing off a bunch of things from the internet and sticking it all together. But another way that I really like to do it is by using Canva. So you can go into Canva, create a free profile, and then find all of your pictures and inspirations and things that you like to accompany each area of your life. Once you're clear on who your future you is, every decision you make becomes easier. By stepping into this identity every single day, you'll naturally start creating the life that you want. Right, so it's time for a bit of a break, and then we're gonna go for a bit of a dip in this delicious pool before I bring you step number 3. All right, my loves, it's time for step 3. Now that you know where you are and you have a crystal clear vision of future you, it's time to start taking action. This step is about turning that vision into reality by creating daily habits, daily routines, and just as importantly, shifting your mindset to believe that you can become this person. The gap between current you and future you isn't just bridged by actions, it's bridged by how you think, how you feel, and how you talk to yourself. So let's dive in on how you can combine practical habits with powerful mindset work. The first actionable step that you need to take is to identify key habits for each area of your life. Look at your future you profile and choose 1 to 2 habits for each area of your life that will help you move closer to your vision. For example, your 2 habits for your health and fitness might be to walk 10,000 steps a day and maybe prep healthy meals on a Sunday. Maybe for your mindset and emotional well-being, your habits could be journaling or scripting your dream life every single morning, or maybe just practice some gratitude by listing 3 things that you're grateful for every single day. Start with 1 or 2 habits that align with future you and let them build momentum over time.
Thank you, next bitch.
You're going to incorporate some sort of manifesting and mindset technique. So becoming future you isn't just about what you do, it's about who you believe you can become. Manifesting techniques can help you shift your mindset and align your thoughts with your vision. The last thing that is really, really crucial in this process is to believe in yourself. If you do not believe that it is possible to step into this next version of you, then it's probably never going to happen. Changing your mindset and getting rid of all of those limiting beliefs and believing in yourself is going to be the biggest game changer when it comes to stepping into that next version of yourself and building your dream life. So that brings us to the end of this YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. If you are still watching, you've made it this far, I'm so proud of you, and thank you so much for your support. I cannot wait to see what you achieve in 2025 and the person that you become. Make sure you download the downloadable document below, because this will really help you map out all of these things that we've spoken about today. It will help you feel more on track and guided. And come follow me on Instagram here. Hit that subscribe button, because I've got so many more videos coming your way.